everyone. I'm so excited to be chatting today with Alison Chemla, the founder and creative director of Alison Lou. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is so fun because I've always loved your designs and jewelry, and we just get a little moment to chat about it.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
Okay, amazing. So you're a New York native, and you launched Alison Lou in 2012. Becoming the first fine jewelry designer to use emojis in your work, which I think is so fun, and you've retained that whimsical quality. What made you want to start the line?
I always loved jewelry. It was always something I knew I wanted to get into, but I didn't want to get into it until I had something that felt really different. So there's a lot of saturation in the market, as you know, and there still was like 13 years ago when I started. So jewelry to me was always about communication. Like I wore jewelry that said stuff on it or like engraved, etc. So I was like, this is a new way of communication. This was back in the days of like BBM. I don't know if anyone like really remembers. Do you remember BBM on BlackBerry?
Like BlackBerry Messenger.
It was not like when emojis were like hot on the iPhone. I don't even think iPhones, I wasn't using an iPhone yet.
Yeah.
And I really felt like you had your emoji with your boyfriend, your mom, like it added a little extra spunk to your texts. So I was like, okay, this is kind of the new way of communicating. So I was like, let me make jewelry out of this. And I started. It took me a really long time to finalize my designs and figure out my way around 47th Street. But then I came up with my 7 faces, and I kind of launched with that and other pieces.
Was it an immediate success?
It actually was.
I
was
feel
shocked.
like we should have a little asterisk for startups out there. It doesn't always go this way.
No, I mean, it was like, I don't know if I would like, it was success in my book, because like the day after my launch party, I was on the cover of the New York Times style section, like a huge thing, like picture of my,
which is,
that's huge for me. Yeah. So I was like, I woke up, I was like probably hungover. I was like so young. And my dad called me. He was like, "Did you see the New York Times?" I was like, "Why would I see the New York Times? I'm like 24 years old. It's 7 a.m. And he's like, "You're on the cover." I was like, "Oh my God." So that kind of like started everything. And it was also really when Instagram had started around then, when people were actually like following other people and it wasn't so ads driven. Felt like it was very organic, and yeah, it was an exciting time.
What were your most iconic pieces then and now?
My most iconic pieces then were my kiss face, like all of the faces, but like my most popular ones at the time were the hard eyes, Love Struck, and the kiss face, which was the, I think it was the moi. Sorry, I just like remade them and renamed them. So, because I didn't want to confuse, but yes. Now my most iconic pieces, oh my God. I feel like I'm just really known for like my enamel, my color, like these cocktail drops that I'm wearing. People know.
Those are so gorgeous.
Thank you. They're really fun. So yeah.
You're known for innovative materials and borrowing from pop culture.
Yeah.
How do you get your inspiration? Is it just from the zeitgeist, from a specific source, or just your vibes?
It's like it's really just, comes from my brain. Like it does, and it has to like click. Like if I come up, for me, all of my collections have been theme based over the years. So I had a nature theme, I had Coney Island, I had casino theme. So like my brain kind of works in themes when I can put everything into like one basket. So until it like really clicks for me and I'm like, oh my God, I can do this. I'm obsessed with this. Like my upcoming collection in September that I can't talk about. I just like was talking about it on the phone. I was like, oh my God, this is it. I love it. So once I like really love something, I get so excited about designing it. And that's when I really need to get reeled in, because like the people at my office are like, you've designed, it's too much. Like keep your collection down to like 15,
Well, you have to go with the voice inside the brain,
exactly,
right?
Yeah. Trust
you've
your gut.
been worn by so many iconic faces and personalities and covered in the press so widely. Do you have specific press or celebrity moments that have been really meaningful for you? Besides the New York Times cover. That's a good story.
So many that I get very excited about. I like, for my second collection, Beyonce Instagram my necklace. She was wearing it. That was so cool. Recently I designed Emily Ratajkowski's divorce rings. That was really fun and collaborative. I don't know, it's always like super exciting.
The divorce ring was so interesting because I feel like you started a little rebranding of what can happen to half of people, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that has caught on more widely as a bigger trend, and have other people been asking you for that?
Well, I actually started my engagement ring business on resetting rings, not necessarily for divorce, just for the trends, and so many women coming to me and it started with like a group of friends coming to me being like, I don't wear my engagement ring. It's been in my safe for 10 years because it's like a classic 3-stone ring. Can you reset it for me so it's more of a cocktail ring so I can wear it all the time? So that's how I'm kind of used to designing engagement rings. Now, obviously, I design them from scratch. So like when Emily had come to me, I was like, okay, this is fun. I know this is exactly what I know how to do. You know, the classic I can obviously do, but I have so much fun thinking outside the box.
Yeah, riffing on the theme.
Yeah.
You've been widely copied, and I know in the past it has upset you. But how do you, I think for anyone in a creative field, we have this also where people will make dupes of really amazing skincare products, and it's sort of a fact of life. But how do you think about copying, and what do you make of it?
As you said, it used to like upset me a lot.
So upsetting.
So upsetting. And I was like, but you know, I think I've gotten to the point where I know my customer base. They'll buy from me. If they want to get the dupe, they're not my customer. They're not my person. You know, I want my customers to be my people that love me, that love what I create, that respect my designs. And if, you know.
Yeah, I think about that too. There's a huge selection bias where everybody kind of goes to where they want to go. And that tells you all you need to know. Yeah,
exactly. So I let it go now. I mean, if it's a real like crazy one, the other day I saw an Instagram account that was pretending to be me like overseas. I was like, this is kind of insane. And like it had my name and I was like, we got to get this down like ASAP. But when it comes to designs, there's like so much out there. I try not even to look at my popular page on Instagram. I try not to look at Instagram at all because I'm just like, why do I want to see this? I don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because the way we interpret media and gain all our visual information has changed significantly since you started the brand. That was like the baby early days of before most social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you thinking about branding and marketing in a different way now that we have Instagram, TikTok?
Oh my God,
Snapchat.
It's so much. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Snapchat, and I don't really do. TikTok we'll do here and there. I'm not like, I feel like it's a bigger thing for skincare maybe.
Yeah, it skews a little younger, but
I'm saying people want to be informed on skincare. I don't do it as much. It's like also, it's so much. But yes, when it comes to marketing, it's like now it's like looking at our marketing calendars, looking at like a whole world of everything needs to be tied in together at the same time. Our emails, our website, our Instagram, our SMS, like everything, it's like needs to be a well-oiled machine, and that's tough.
Yeah, and
it's different.
It's very different from something that can be really analog, like when you were talking about taking a personal friend's engagement ring and resetting the stones. That's very analog as opposed to this sort of massive stream of digital information we all have to keep track of now.
Yeah, I mean Instagram used to be like I would just take a selfie or like a picture of my ring and like not even think about it and just like post it, and now I'm like, oh my God, we have to plan this out a week in advance. I can't do this. Yeah, content calendar. Like just let me post what I want to post.
Your showroom is also really beautiful and cool, and I wanted to talk about that because it's designed to feel like you're sitting inside, almost like a little jewel box.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about why you made the showroom the way you did and what you want people to get out of that.
Well, I think I want people when they're coming to meet with me and coming to buy my stuff to like enter a world of Alison Lou. So I want them to feel like they're just like part of all of it and just see it's like a little like window into my brain.
Yeah.
I'm actually like somewhat experience. Yeah, exactly. I'm a little bit like redesigning it right now, but just because things change with the times, but not so much, and it's just like a fun thing for me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good project also.
It is, yeah.
People are so into third spaces that when you go into a new location, seeing and feeling it and making it memorable is powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
You launched your Groovy collection while you were a brand new mother. And that sort of act of birthing a collection and humans is so special. Do you feel like there were unique challenges in doing all of this stuff together at the same time? And how did that all go for you?
Oh my God, I remember, like, that just like brought me back. You like saying that, I just like had like a flashback of me sitting breastfeeding my son, like while checking my website and making sure that everything was going up, and I was like, oh my God. It was my first baby, but it wasn't my first collection, so like it was a weird juxtaposition at the time, because it's like, I don't know, it was my first baby was Alison Lou, but then I also like had my baby on me. I mean, it was all crazy at the time, but it was also such a fun collection, and I was so excited to get it out into the world. And then also being a new mom, and mom brain, which like people had warned me about, but I didn't know it was a real thing, was kicking in at full speed. So yeah.
You famously designed Jennifer Lawrence's engagement ring, right?
Yes.
And I know you've talked about how a ring or jewelry piece has to embody the personality behind it. I think about this also with my work as a plastic surgeon. You want to think about identity and beauty, not just what does it say in the textbook. But how do you go about your creative process with figuring out what kind of ring is going to go with what kind of person?
Jen is a classic beauty. She's just like, her ring, I feel like had to be something so classic, so everyday. She could wear every day. She could wear, she on the carpet, press, everything. So something that wasn't like too loud, but just like the stone spoke for itself.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If you had to think of one Alison Lou piece that will be remembered in 50 years,
Okay.
what do you think it's going to be?
Oh my God. One Alison Lou piece. I've recently been going into my vault, so I'm like really digging deep. I mean, I kind of think it will be one of the emojis, just because like, and I hope it will be, because that's just like how I started and
that was such
where
a
I go
moment.
back to, and it was such a moment. And I like, even it's still how I introduce my collections when I'm speaking to people. I just recently like took a client through my collections, and like I was like, and I started with my emoji collection, so that's just like still my baby.
What do you have going on in the pipeline, and can you share? I know you have some stuff you can't
Yeah.
talk about, but what can you tell us about the future of Alison Lou?
So I have a new collection, not a small like summer capsule launching next week. I have some fun things launching this summer. I just have like fun little like, sprinkles of jewelry launching this summer, and then hopefully in September, if I can get it together in time, I'll have a like gorgeous fine jewelry collection for everyone to see.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to check it out. And where can everyone find you?
AlisonLou.com, at Alison Lou. Yeah, there I am.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
So
having me. It was so
fun.
good to see you.
I know. It was great to see you.
Yeah.
This is good.